This is a saddle that we're going ahead and taking some wool out of the back of. I've sped up this video. This is actually a really long, annoying process getting wool out of the back of the saddle and smoothing it down again. You'll notice that I pulled the panel open, so I was actually able to unscrew the panel front and back and pull it off of the panel point. This is called an independent panel, which makes it really a lot easier to do this kind of an adjustment. With what's called an integrated panel, meaning the panel is stitched down to the sweat flap, then you actually have to unstitch everything and drop the whole panel to do this, which is a much bigger project and definitely more expensive for the saddle owner. This saddle actually was fitted to a different horse previously. This customer bought it secondhand, but it's in really great condition. The flocking is practically brand new. So that makes it really nice for me to be able to do this kind of adjustment and actually reuse this wool because it's still in great condition. So just smoothing out, I'm going to use the mallet and just smooth the rest of this panel out before we're going to go ahead and reattach it, get any little bumps and lumps out that might be causing a problem. Make sure you've got a nice even amount of wool all the way through the back. And then once that is done, then we'll go ahead and screw those panels back on.
Alright, so we've reattached the panels onto this saddle, and now I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit wool in through the middle part of the saddle and a little bit on the panel points. Because this mare is built a little downhill, she's a paint mare, but that's a lot of quarter horse breeding, so they tend to be a little bit butt high, and she's got quite a bit of curvature to her spine going into the base of her withers. We need to make sure that the wool is supported underneath that stirrup bar, or we can end up with a little bit of what's called bridging or hollowness, which for a horse like this can cause really quite a bit of pain across her low back. So now the panels are reattached. I can go in with this particular flocking iron, which is great for getting up into those panel points. And you'll notice I'm reusing some of the wool that I pulled out of this saddle. It is the exact same wool and is in such great condition that I was actually able to reuse it versus having to put new wool in there. So that's nice. It's going to be really consistent wool through this panel. You'll notice that I have my hand on the panel as I flock because I want to make sure that that's nice and smooth, that we're not getting any lumps or bumps. And we'll also use a mallet on that too to smooth everything out at the end. So now looking over the back, using that mallet to get everything nice and packed down and smooth, nice even feeling. Getting the wool nice and even is actually